When you saw this intro as a child or teenager, or maybe as an adult in the late 90s and early 2000s, how did you feel? Perhaps it felt like you were about to interface with another reality from what you've been accustomed to. Well, it took some of us in these parts a while to realize that was only virtual reality. But video gaming had been a theme from the 1950s, but made great strides in the mid-80s around the world. The likes of Nintendo, Sega were the establishment, but it slowly began having relevance in Nigeria in the 90s and in 1994, a year very significant for Nigerian football. The first PlayStation was released in Japan, and they would be the game changer for a growing entertainment industry. The Super Eagles were a culture phenomenon in the 90s, and also likewise in video games. They were the fastest team on Winning 11-4, for instance, a hugely popular soccer series of video game company Konami. Although J.J. Okocha, Daniel Amokachi, Kanu, Taribo West, Olise, Finidi, etc. were the standout names in real life, a certain Tijani Babangida was the Super Eagle superstar of the ISS Pro Winning 11 franchise. Babangida, a speedy and tricky winger in real life, was an absolute monster on video games, with a speed 19 and acceleration 18 rating. Not only was he a fan favorite for gamers during exhibition games, but a cheat code when playing Master League mode. He was a major steal on the transfer market when building a squad, and was often acquired and paired up front with Brazil, great Roberto Carlos, in one's quest to win games and score more goals that earn points in buying other players. Often regarded as the fastest player in the franchise's history, TJ was the star of the Nigerian team in the late 90s and early 2000s of the Winning 11 era on PlayStation 1. Babaginda's influence can be likened to Brazil cult hero Adriano, who was the best player in the PES era on PlayStation 2. TJ's influence in the gaming culture has even led to some bizarre reports, once causing an intending couple in Japan to separate after an argument ensued over who was the fastest player ever in the PES series. The said man in question even made a request to bring back TJ into the game, long after he retired in real life to prove a point, and Konami granted that request and introduced the legend back for a short time in the 2016 My Club Legend PES series. Although TJ wasn't really quite the superstar in reality, his influence in virtual reality is not debatable, and one can argue that the closest another African has come. In that space is the PES 5 and 6 Obafemi Martins, who like TJ was a speed merchant with a ridiculously overcharged speed 99 and acceleration 99. No thanks to Konami's lead designer and producer, Shingo Takatsuka, being an obvious Inter Milan fan. Even Alvaro Recoba had a 95 free kick accuracy and 97 curl when he was no David Beckham. However, the streets will never forget the virtual icon Tijani Babangida, who wasn't bad a footballer by any stretch in real life either.